he won't be there at number 12. That's a phrase often heard when discussing potential first-round options for the Green Bay Packers. But that can only be true of 11 players. The fact is that a very good player will still be on the board for the Packers in the first round. In this mock draft, we'll look at a perhaps unlikely, although not impossible, scenario. Imagine there's an early run on quarterbacks inside the top 10 and a top defensive prospect falls to number 12. Here's one scenario which would be perfect for the Packers. Round 1, pick 12, Devin White, LB. LSU. Chances are, Devin White won't be available when the Green Bay Packers hit the clock for the first time. But even in a worst-case scenario, a good player has to fall to no. 12. Maybe it'll be Ed Oliver, who would also be a great first-round option. One excellent scenario for the Packers would be if Devin White was still on the board. With the talent Green Bay already has along the defensive line, and now with the additions at edge rusher and free agency, bringing in a game-changer at the linebacker position could make for a home run pick. A position often left until the middle rounds under Ted Thompson. Brian Gutekunst could use a high selection on an inside linebacker, something we rarely see in Green Bay. White made 123 tackles, 3 sacks, forced 3 fumbles and had 6 pass defenses in 2018. Daniel Jeremiah of NFL.com has White as the 8th best player in the class, and wrote that White has what teams are looking for at the position: the ability to run, cover and blitz. White would add speed and athleticism to Mike Pettini's defense. It's unlikely he will be available at no. 12, but if he is, the Packers could have found their next defensive star, a playmaker at inside linebacker for many years to come. Round 1, pick 30, Noah Fant, Iowa. Is it likely Noah Fant will still be on the board at number 30? No, but it's not impossible. There's every chance Fant goes as high as the top 10, and after a dominant performance at the Combine and the potential to become an elite receiving tight end in the NFL, I couldn't blame any team for taking him that high. But there's also the possibility that he falls based on his position. Teams are always looking for passers, pass protectors, pass rushers and pass defenders. It's not unrealistic to say that 3, or maybe even 4, quarterbacks could be selected in the first round. Then there is a strong class of edge rushers and offensive linemen who could be off the board early on. And assuming T.J. Hawkinson is the first tight end selected, also no guarantee, Fant could fall to no. 30, if he's there, Gutekunst should need 10 minutes to make a decision. Fant could be the missing piece in the Packers' offense, and at no. 30, he could be the pick of the draft. Round 2, pick 44, Nasir Adderley, Delaware. Finding a starter at safety to play next to Adrian Amos should be one of the top priorities entering the draft. Nasir Adderley could be an option at no. 30, but there's also a possibility he drops to no. 44, which would be great news for the Packers. Many mock drafts have Adderley being selected either late in round 1 or early in round 2. Is there a chance that teams in need of a safety on day 2 prefer other players at the position, causing Adderley to drop slightly lower than expected? Absolutely. A trio of Devin White, Noah Fant and Nasir Adderley would be a best-case scenario for the Green Bay Packers. There are, of course, other scenarios which would be equally as exciting. Maybe instead of White at number 12, it's Brian Burns or Ed Oliver. Next, top 30 moments in Green Bay Packers history. What would be your best-case scenario for the Packers in the opening 2 rounds?